Let's get to the bottom of this one. Unspoken truths that I miss one. Tap into the minds of the people, rather acknowledge before I dismiss one. Atheists, Muslim, Christians, Buddhists, they all got usage. All got perspective, it's a collective. Get to the bottom where the truth is, where the heart's uncovered. Where you detox from all of the lies you smothered. Where them tries could have killed you, but with faith you recover. Yup. Peel off the makeup, we finna take off. Never said it'd be a cakewalk. Meditate till we charged up. Execute goals regardless. Decalcify my pineal. Breaking language barriers, we saw millennials. Planets passing age rotations, down me we owe. So down me we know. Sometimes we can't be slow, that's why my ears open. Every drop you add could complete the ocean. Speak up, play your part too. Been vulnerable, it's so hard to reflect on all the Jews life taught you. It's on you, tell the truth. Let's get to the bottom of this one.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kimberly with Unseen Twisted Truth. We are the People's Podcast. Thank you for joining us today. And I have my co-host, Henry.
Good. Hey, everybody. How's it going?
And then we have On Point.
What's going on? How y'all doing? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, On Point.
Wes, listen, I love the shit out of you, sir. And I'm so honored to have you on here.
Dang, thank you. I appreciate that. I wasn't sure if you had a chance to tune in or anything.
No, I followed you before, way before. And I tried talking to you. That's when you just got off of tour or something. You were extremely busy.
Yeah, man. It's been, yeah. Plus, I got a big family, too.
You got a what?
I'm sorry. I got a big family, too. So even when I'm not working, like, I'm working.
Right, and what happened was that I talked to your brother, Joe.
Oh, Joe King?
Yeah, and I was talking to him, and he was like, yeah, that's my brother. And I was like, no, I love him. I was like, I really want him on. He was like, good luck. He's like, he's extremely busy. I said, no, I said, the energy will draw him. I said, I promise you.
You're right. Spoken.
He's like, okay. If you say so. I said, oh, I already know so.
That's cool.
Here I am.
Small world, ain't it?
It is a small world. But the thing is, though, did you get a chance, Henry, to search him?
I did. Actually, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say, oh, it's not important. I was trying to interject there. I tried to follow you to check out some of your music. I'm like, wow, you feature a lot of different artists. A lot of different artists on your Facebook page there. I'm like, that's really cool. It looks like a big community effort. A lot of people on different projects. Sound good.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I work with a lot of people around. You get different sounds, different life experiences, different upbringing. So it's about life, you know. My music's about life and experiences. So I like to combine my experiences with other people who've had similar ones. To me, that's the magic of it.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing for the music community.
And this is our other guest speaker, and his name is I don't know what you want to call yourself, Presi?
Presi, yeah.
Presi.
Took me a minute to figure this shit out.
Welcome, Presi.
What's up?
How you doing?
So we were just talking. This is On Point, Shayne On Point. So his name is On Point on all platforms.
Nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you. I'm gonna definitely check you out.
For sure.
But see, Shayne is a legend. He's an OG in this. He's underground music, and he's low key famous in the underground world.
Okay, that's what's up.
This is my opinion. I don't know how true it is. I'm just going off of what I feel.
Oh,
you didn't like
it.
I mean, your opinion is what matters to you, right?
Exactly, because I create my own reality.
For sure. That's what it is.
Let's get with the People's Podcast. We bring everybody together here.
We are the People's
Exactly.
Podcast. So, anyways, how I met Presi. I didn't never call him that, so I apologize. It's gonna take me a minute to get used to it. But how I met him is one time I did a event at Club 54. Actually, I did a couple, but I did one, and he happened to be there that night in the crowd, and he was like, hey, can I perform? And I was like, I paid for the DJ and everybody paid to come on. I said, like, if you want to pay to perform, he's like, bet, I'll pay to perform. Why did this guy already have his own cameraman, own entourage, everything already ready to perform as if he was going to perform regardless? Like, he came prepared.
That's dedication right there. I love it.
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
I don't think
yeah, a
that
lot
was
of
his
time.
intent, though.
No, it wasn't. But a lot of time when I go out, the gang just stay ready.
I mean, all of a sudden the cameraman came out, all these dancers came out and everything. I was like, what? And I think it was like a birthday party and that got switched over to something else or something. You just happened to show up
Yeah.
there.
It was my sister's birthday, and so we was just up there chilling. But so it was a lot of her friends and all that there, and they all always like seeing me perform and shit. So they like go up there and see if you can do a couple of your songs and shit. So
But
you
wasn't it a
showed.
last minute thing for her to come to that club in the first place? Because it was
Yeah,
supposed to be a different event?
we was at it. Yeah, we was at a different supposed to go to a different club, and they had mixed up the reservations. So we just showed up there, and it happened. And you showed love and let me go up there, so I appreciate that.
But that's how the universe works for you. Because if you would have went to the other place, I don't know, maybe you would have performed, maybe you wouldn't have. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
then that's how I met him, and he has a gentleman that he performs with called Thank God, and he was supposed to come on, but I don't know if he's going to. But nonetheless, so they did it together, and I hit him up to come to another event, but our times clashed. So like, I mean, now I'm able to get him on the podcast. So I appreciate much respect.
For sure, for sure. I show love, and the same way you show love to me, I show love. We can definitely network
Yeah.
and do some other shit.
So anyways, Shayne, tell everybody about you, and then we'll go to Presi.
My name's On Point. I'm from Pontiac, Michigan. I've performed all over Michigan, a lot of different events, headlines. I've opened up for people like E40, Fat Joe, Bone Thugs, Young LA back when he was hot with T.I. Got a lot of music on all platforms. Worked with a lot of artists, industry and across seas. I got a lot of music with people in Germany.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, my thing is when I was younger, I just used to be doing it, I'm trying to get million, get a record deal. But now really I'm just building, like you said earlier, I'm building my own world. As you see, even in my covers and my art, like Dragon Ball Z is one of my favorite cartoons. I turned myself into a Dragon Ball Z character. So I do everything my own way. And I'm just independent with it.
That's what's up.
That is what's up. DBZ was such a big part of childhood, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It gave everybody strength to watch DBZ. You go to the playground ready to roll.
Yeah, it's crazy you said that because some cover art we do, my love, thank God, he loved DBZ too, and he turns us into the DBZ characters on some of our our artwork too.
That's dope. And then you get a good reaction from people, man, because it's nostalgia to a lot of people.
Yeah, for sure.
So
And not only that, it's coming back though. I think it's coming back for real.
Yeah.
So art On Point. You do a lot of art. You said, what kind of graphic medium do you do mostly?
Well, I don't do the art. I love art. My wife, she's an artist. I have a lot of friends and people I know that are artists, so I'm really involved with it. Like, here it goes. That's one of my covers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm just really involved because I reach out to these artists and I tell them exactly what I'm looking for and everything but draw.
Right. I think that's a good thing. Bringing the art and the music community together, working on album covers, flyers, all that kind of thing is a really cool thing.
I apologize. I got too much light over here. So, Presi, tell them about you now.
I ain't been in music as long as On Point. To be honest, I was recently it ain't that recent. I've been in music about 5 years. I got out of prison about 5 years ago. I was facing life, and when I got out, I still had 30 years over my head. I ended up only doing 3 years because a lot got dropped, but I still had 30 years over my head, and I just felt it was a time for a change from what I was into because I wasn't trying to go do that 30. So and I knew a lot of people that was in music, and they just never really had the avenue or the funds or whatever the case may be, the knowledge. So I just started a small recording company and just used to hold open sessions every week and just bring in people and let them record if they was interested, just try to help find talent and just try to let people, get in the booth and express themselves and see if that's something they was really interested in doing. And it just kept rolling, and with a couple people that kept sticking with it, we were doing shows. We more locally though. I work with just about all the local artists in Detroit. Well, yeah, I'm from Detroit. Like Peasy, Sada, All Star JR. Like I work with all of them. And I've been slowing down a little bit because I'm opening a restaurant. But my restaurant's already under construction now. We got everything figured out for it, and so I'm gonna get back into it now that I got a little more time on my hands.
That's nice.
My restaurant, it's a franchise. There's a couple of them open already. So if you see a Tasty's Burgers out here, tap in, show some love.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm gonna take the fam by.
Sure.
Cool. That's a good success story right there. Music is a hell of a good way out for a lot of people to pass anything like that. It's a positive outlet.
Right.
So
What I learned is you have to go to either prison, jail, or some kind of solitude to get inside your head in order to get outside your head. So you have to be able to force yourself quietness.
Mm-hmm. Johnny Cash made a career on it, Folsom Prison Blues. Man. Would he be Johnny Cash if he didn't get locked up? I don't know.
I don't know either. Maybe. I'm just saying, though, the best thing that probably happened to you was going to prison. Because if you didn't go to prison, you probably wouldn't be in the position you are in today.
I definitely I agree. And then with me facing so much time, I had been to prison before. Like total in my lifetime, I did about 7 years. But every time I went to prison before, I'm like, oh, I got 2 years. I'm like, for all the shit I done did, for me to only have to do 2 years, fuck it, it ain't that bad. I'm getting back out and I'm getting right back to the bag, So when I was in there facing life though, that shit changed your outlook. I got kids, it's hard when you're on the phone with your kids and they asking when you coming home and you facing life. You don't know when you coming home. So, it just put me in a different mind state. So it definitely some people probably wouldn't have wanted to go through that experience, but yeah, I ain't knocking the experience. It definitely put me on a different path, and without that, I probably wouldn't be on the path I'm on now. So yeah, I definitely the experience definitely changed my perception of things, and definitely changed my path to which I was going down.
I can appreciate that.
For sure.
Yeah, I can definitely appreciate that. So, anyways, we're gonna You said what?
I was about saying, yeah, I'm gonna keep it 100. I did a lot. Like I used to travel state to state, and once I got out with music and took the legal route, shit, I'm doing better than I ever was. Doing what I was doing anyway.
That's true too. It's true too. That fast money though gets people, and they don't realize how enticing that is. It's not just that it's fast, but the trouble that comes with it is also very enticing because you like a lot of people like risk taking.
Yeah.
Gotta get them endorphins somehow.
But with risk taking, you're always looking behind your shoulder. I've been in a situation where the house got rammed and stuff. I wasn't there. I was at work. But nonetheless, all that risk taking, it wasn't my house and I had nothing to do with it. But all that risk taking, though, it's not always that great because you can't sleep. You're constantly looking over your shoulder.
Yeah. It's definitely better to live at peace. There's no way to live at peace living like that.
No. And then in prison, anybody wants to take your water, right? Literally.
No, not everybody's mean.
No, but the risk of dying is more in prison than it would be in the streets.
Depending on why you went in there.
Yeah, and depending on your situation.
Or your mindset, probably.
Yeah, Detroit, they label it like an unsafe place and all that. But I'm from here, and I've been all over the United States, and I feel safest here. But it maybe it's just because, to me, you got to know what to put yourself into and what not to put yourself into.
That's right.
These are situations. Kind of know what to do. We kind of know the shortcuts and what, like you just said, what not to do. You know how to navigate.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like if you know how to navigate, Detroit's safe to me. I've had a lot of things happen. I've been shot at, all type of shit, and ain't none of it happened in Detroit.
No, I feel safe in Detroit and Pontiac. They're the places that I feel the safest.
I love Detroit. Man.
I sleep in the woods in my hammock in both those places. I feel so safe there. I moved from Port Huron in Port Huron ain't shit, and I moved from there because I didn't feel safe.
And
I live in Flint right now.
Oh, you live out in Flint?
And here in Flint. I live in Flint. So, like, I feel safe here.
See, Pontiac's different because it's small. I mean, stuff happens here all the time, too. But a lot of it, it's such a small city. You right across the street from the people you beefing with. So, like, if you're not from here, people move here all the time. They be like, I don't see what's... Because you're not in it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Go to Game of Thrones and Pontiac.
Start getting into it, man. You get pulled into all types of bullshit.
I think that could be anywhere you're at, though, for real, for real.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just saying here, because it's such a small city, it's really, you know what I'm saying, it escalates.
Yeah, in cities like that, because I was out in Youngstown, Ohio for years, and it's like a small city. It's like Detroit, and it's real bad. In small cities like that, you know, you can't escape the beef. You know, it's right there. You can't hide in them small cities.
Nope.
So, on point, if you would tell somebody younger wanting to do music, what would you say to them?
I'll just create the music you love, and definitely just kind of like follow your instincts, because a lot of people will try to get in your way and misguide you. Like when we was young, we was doing this young, and we had people trying to tell us do this, that, and stuff, and it kind of set us back. And know your business. Like, not just creating the music, like the business behind it. How to copyright your music, because people will steal your music.
Facts.
So how old were you when you started music?
I started writing music, writing lyrics and stuff when I was like 11. I probably didn't really start recording until I was like 13 or 14.
What made you get into it?
My dad was a jazz drummer from Detroit. My grandpa, I got a lot of music in my family.
Okay.
And I always wanted to be a drummer, but you know, I was kind of a little out of my style and the lifestyle I had, so I just started writing lyrics and stuff, and eventually just started rapping.
And what made you come up with the name On Point?
You know what? That was the name just like old heads used to give me and stuff, because I'd have 2 jobs, just like I am now. I have 2 jobs. I had a girlfriend. I'd be out the way, dressed nice, just like always trying to hustle, make extra money. I'd be at school selling Kool-Aid and cigarettes, and plus I had 2 jobs. So he's just always called me On Point. Like, I was always on point. I wasn't really in people's drama and beef and stuff like that. I was busy trying to get some money.
Would you say you're really organized, like an organized person? Because balancing all that stuff, like good multitasker, maybe.
Yeah, for sure. I got 4 kids too, so I'm just always
Pops, man.
Yeah.
So, were you shy when you were younger?
Me?
Yeah.
It depends on who I was around. Cause like I'm mixed, so like one half of my family was suburban and stuff, and then the rest of my family other half was hood. So when I be around my hood family, I didn't really care. But when I got around like my strict family and uptight family, I was a little more like withdrawn and held back.
Did you do good in school?
Huh?
Did you do good in school?
Yeah, when I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, was it a priority? School was a priority?
No, school in Pontiac was like going to the county jail.
Yeah. We need to work on public education and that's what community efforts and stuff got to do. More music programs, right? I mean,
yeah, definitely. They closed all the little community centers and stuff like that when I was getting like preteen and stuff. So there really ain't nothing to do. We're surrounded by all these rich suburbs. You know what I'm saying? So like, the main thing people do is what they go out to the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That's like our second home.
For sure.
Yeah, that's it too.
So let's listen to your song real quick, and then we'll shoot over to Presi.
Mind numb from the past, don't need a Percocet. 1989, I was born with a birth defect. I'm really battling these demons inside. Don't let them love me enough to stay around and be in my life. Growing up, I was alone and often fiending to die. Face swollen from the tension, man, I'm needing to cry. Truth is, I'm an alcoholic, ain't been sober in months. Got 5 siblings, but I only got to grow up with one, stuck in a rut. So daily I be puffing a blunt. Besides my kids, I never felt no unconditional love. Took my anger out in the streets, can't even rap about some of it. Now I'm grown, dodging karma, and I can't even stomach it. Punch a bitch in the throat, if you testing my G. Hard-headed to the core with a weapon in reach. Now I'm repping for all my angels who be resting in peace. May God bless my family when I'm dead and deceased.
Don't tell me that you love me, don't tell me that you need me. Been through so much shit, man, I make it look easy. Drink away my sins, man, the devil tryna reach me. Say you feel my pain, nigga, you don't even see me. Don't tell me that you love me, don't tell me that you need me. Been through so much shit, man, I make it look easy. Drink away my sins, man, the devil tryna reach me. Say you feel my pain, nigga, you don't even see me.
Wanna put my children through college so they never will struggle. Wanna put my niggas in position so investments will double. Hearts too big for the world, so I'm destined to suffer. Found my mother dead, tears straining, standing in puddles. Rachel, I love you, yeah, I'm stubborn, but you never alone. Anything you need, I got you, just pick up the phone. Different dad than equal, but I love you both equal. Stuck in oppression, trying to cope, that's why I never come see you. All my love is the same, but name Marquisa Moesha. Stuck trying to survive, I barely know my own nieces. Heart was broken in fours, I'm trying to pick up the pieces. Coping daily with licking, and I'm heavily weeded. Nobody to trust, I give a fuck what you promise. Nothing but trauma in my life, man, I'm needing my mama. Trying to hold my head to the sky, put my trust in the Lord. Before I load my chopper up and go and settle the score.
Don't tell me that you love me, don't tell me that you need me. Been through so much shit, man, I make it look easy. Drink away my sins, man, the devil tryna reach me. Say you feel my pain, nigga, you don't even see me. Don't tell me that you love me, don't tell me that you need me. Been through so much shit, man, I make it look easy. Drink away my sins, man, the devil tryna reach me. Say you feel my pain, nigga, you don't even see me. You don't see the pain and the stress. Feeling so much weight on my chest. Pull up till it ain't nothing left. Faded all the way, I forget. Mile in my shoes, be my guest. Say you don't see the pain and the stress. Feeling so much weight on my chest. Pull up till it ain't nothing left. Faded all the way, I forget. Mile in my shoes, be my guest. Don't tell me that you love me, don't tell me that you need me. Been through so much shit, man, I make it look easy. Drink away my sins, man, the devil tryna reach me. Say you feel my pain, nigga, you don't even see me. Don't tell me that you love me, don't tell me that you need me. Been through so much shit, man, I make it look easy. Drink away my sins, man, the devil tryna reach me. Say you feel my pain, nigga, you don't even see me. You don't even see me, you don't even see me. Say you don't even, man, you don't even see me.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for some R&B influence. That's wonderful.
Yeah, was that you harmonizing on there too?
No, that's somebody else singing on there.
I'm missing that part of my game. If I had that, I'd be able to elevate myself. I wish I had that.
I knew how to sing. Would be. I got some stuff that I'm trying to shoot the shot on, in my newer music. But yeah, that I don't know if you know who Zero is from Houston.
Yeah. I know
my favorite rappers growing up. So like, I like that singing, and you know what I'm saying. That's
I'm missing that part of my shit. If I had that, boy, it sounded good. I like you flowing on there was smooth with it too. I thought that was you doing both.
Yeah,
man,
I can talk about them lyrics all day, man. Damn, that's relatable on a horrifying level.
For sure.
Appreciate y'all. Yeah, that's one of my lead singles on my album called PTSD, which is it's more like, it's not really much of a commercial album. I got some stuff on there that I flipped on there, but it's really just like an excerpt of a couple years of my life. Like I said, you heard I lost my mom and a few other things. So that's kind of like a quick summary of the project.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, the first verse, I struggle with alcohol always hits me in a song.
Yeah, I got
really heard that.
I got a few on that topic right there for sure. Me too.
Good stuff, man. We need people talking about that shit, man.
Exactly. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I told you, Henry. I listen to the universe, I swear, and I know good music.
We
I
always
know
got the
good
rappers
music.
in here talking about real shit, and maybe it's just because rap community understands. Everybody understands everything's crazy. We got to start promoting
Do you know what?
self-love on any kind of level, whether
You know
you're a
what it
gangster
is,
or
though,
not.
Henry. You know what it is, Henry. Though it's not even just rappers. It's those that been in tune with themselves. Those that found themselves. Them are the ones that I'm connected to, because that's when the universe speaks to me. Says, okay, this is one of our light workers. This is a person that we need to speak to. This is a mirror image of you. And that's who I strive to get on here, because we are Unseen Twisted Truth. I don't want Unseen Twisted Truth invite somebody who's going to talk about drugs and trap music and killing and anything's going to suppress you. I don't want that on here, only because that's not what we're about.
Well, no, and even people, we talk about that sometimes. That's why Pulp Fiction is really popular and shit, But it's funny, and we can bring levity to subjects like that and talk about them in real time, and because we influence, people get influenced by musicians. You gotta listen to them. That's good shit.
I
can't lie. I got some of that in some of my music though too, because that's the background.
I get that, but you do have the relatable stuff too. That's what I'm saying though. So you can relate to all different people.
Yeah, it's good to have both. Because it's I'm sure your life, your life is part of both.
Yeah, I popped onto your YouTube channel for sure. I was checking out that, and thank God, and at least got one song down. That was pretty good shit. A lot of good Detroit nostalgia there too.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. For the most part, since I'm newer, I guess that's what I was making so that I could appeal to, my hometown crowd. I just now, I don't even have any singles out by myself. I just now started recording that and started, getting into music and recording music that's
universal,
more similar to the song. Yeah, more similar to the song you just put out. Like shit that's really, shit that I really feel deep inside. Shit that's like that. So I just now started getting into that. That's you got to be able to do both for sure.
For sure, that universal. I like that universal. That's why I said I don't know. We don't have a lot of people that only talk about drugs on here, Henry. We don't have people that only talk about suppressing.
Oh no, I hate talking about myself, but I always say I'm on drugs if I go out and play or perform live and something. But I usually turn around, and anyone who knows me knows I'm probably not. Smoke pot. I smoke pot, but that's more to focus. I try not to be high anymore, so I don't know.
You're just wrong with. So, Presi, how old were you when you started music? You said it wasn't long ago.
I recorded one song years ago, and I was my early teens, maybe 15 or 16. And then I used to, back when I was around that same age, I used to hold battle raps at my house and give out cash prizes to the winners and all that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I didn't really actually get into music like that until about 5 years ago when I got out.
So, what did you do music for? What did you do it for?
When I was in prison, like I said, I've been in there a couple times. First time I was in there, I used to write a lot, and I really got into it. Besides the fact that it was something to do to try to keep me away from the negative shit, it seemed like that was the only way I could really express myself comfortably, and get a lot off my chest or a lot off my mind, And some of my fans that listen to some of my music that I might not have released, and some of the music like we were just talking about, like the song he just put out or the song he just played, some of my people that listen to music like that, that know my life and been around me a long time, they say that's some of my best music, and that's what they like about my music is most, that it's real, and they can see the music because they were there to see it. The shit I write about is exactly what happened and the way it went down and shit like that. So I really started it just because it was a way to express myself, and
That's dope for sure. You definitely got a story to tell.
No, for sure.
Everybody does, man. That's why I love That's what I mean. I love all types of music because I mean, I think Ice-T said it. He's like, you'd be a fool to only like one kind of music. Like I
Oh,
like
for
kind of
sure.
music, but the music that's about people life struggles and stuff like that. That's the music I love. Like
Yeah, that's the music I love the most
that,
too. I ain't
that
gonna lie.
saved me from crashing out and making bad decisions. So that's like magic to me. So that's my favorite. That's why I create so much of it.
For
Right.
sure.
That explains emo music. You know, why would anyone listen to something so sad? Probably because they can relate really hard to it, and you know, it brings calmness to that situation.
Yeah, not to knock no genre of music and nothing, but I listen to every single type of music there is, except for the like death metal type shit where I can't understand the words.
Yeah, that's an
I
acquired
can't.
taste for
I
some.
can't listen to that screamo music. I just can't. Like, if I don't want to think about slitting my wrist and killing my mom and raping my dog, because that
I
shit
feel you.
they do talking about, I swear the devil's sitting next to me and wanting to play
Well,
cards,
yeah,
and I'm like, nah,
that's
bro.
the thing. I listen to anything to hear the lyrics. With the death metal, I can't even hear what they're saying, so I'm like, I can't do this one. I
I
don't even
can't
know
do
what they're
that
saying.
neither.
It's valid. That's valid. I go to a lot of metal shows and record musicians and my buddy's band and stuff. And yeah,
I
I
can
bring
see why
earplugs
some
now. I
people
am
do
too
though.
old.
Say what?
Oh, I said I
I
bring
say I can see.
earplugs now.
Yeah, I can see why some people do, because that's like the turned up music and jumping around all that. And, you know, I ain't that type of person, but for the people that are, I can see why they were listening to it. They're listening to it more for the music instead of the lyrics, so they're not really,
Right.
you don't have to hear what
True.
they're saying. It's more about the music itself when it comes to that.
Listen, though, I'm glad you said that, though, because, like, listen, everybody loved Biggie back in the day, but now go listen to his lyrics. And then you're like, oh, did he just say he was gonna suck her dad's dick too?
Oh man,
Those are he's definitely red flag bars for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, but back in the day, nobody paid attention to that, and they just liked how it sounded.
Well, yeah, that's the Mandela effect. Something happened. That's how I'm blaming that one. No.
yeah. Even back then, I was more of a Pac fan because I'm more into lyrics. Now I do love beats and all that type of shit, but I'm really more into the lyrics of the song for the most part.
Yeah. Sure.
But all this music now, you listen to it and you listen to what they're doing. Like, I talk about it all the time. Probably almost every podcast lately, I've been talking about that Panda song. And then the thing is that it's hypnotizing, and you know what the definition of the panda is, right?
No, let's hear it.
When the kids had the sunken eyes from what
okay, yeah. All right, I know that. I thought you were.
Yeah, so that's kind of demonic.
Who Let the Dogs Out on Nickelodeon? Remember that?
There's a lot of things now that I'm older and I look back and I'm like, I can't believe I was really listening to that and I really like that, because now that I know what the meaning of it is, I'm just like, hell no.
You know, when I was younger, people did not listen to music for lyrics at all.
No,
like they
that's
would
what I
listen
was
to a
saying.
song and they would love it, and they would not be able to recite one line of the song though, and that was crazy to me that it was like that.
And you know, when we were younger though, when we were younger, that's when the CDs had the sleeves though.
For sure.
And they still didn't read that shit.
Yeah. Y'all still got the CD booklets? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Best people. I love CDs. I got so many CDs. I got a collection.
Hell yeah.
But they still didn't read that shit. They still were saying whatever they wanted to say because they thought it was that way.
Yeah, for sure. And it's crazy how that works. I don't know how that started. But it's like what makes so many people listen to music and a song they love and they don't know words to it at all.
Yeah.
Brain shift. Yeah. People care about the lyric.
Presi, what would you tell someone younger that wanted to get into music?
I would say first I would ask, you know, what is their goal with music? Because some people have different goals. You know, if you trying to get famous with it, if you do it because you want to express yourself, you know, it's different levels to it. To me, I would say make music you like, make music you feel, and then I would say I would tell them do something that I've been slacking on, and that's be consistent and serious if that's what you really want to do. You know, I ain't gonna lie. over the last year or two, but it's because I've been working, like I say, trying to open this restaurant. I've lacked consistency like a motherfucker. So I would tell them, be passionate about it and stay consistent,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good advice. Good advice.
Real good advice.
And that's the thing, though. People say they want to do it, and they put one song out that everybody should jump on it because now they're going to be famous because they got that one song out.
Yeah.
That's not it.
They don't realize the people that made it, like even the smaller artists that are locally known, like in Detroit, you got like Babyface Ray and people like, they don't realize these motherfuckers been doing music for 15 years.
Right.
You just heard about them over the last 5 years. They was putting out music in the hood 15 years ago. They've been doing this for a long time. So it's rare occasions where maybe you can put out a couple songs and get big, but that's what the chances of that happening, you're more likely to get struck by lightning.
That's an intimidating fact too, man.
Yeah.
And that's the truth too. People don't want to support themselves, but they want everybody else too. And that's just odd to me. I find that extremely funny. If you can't support you, why would somebody else want to?
I just did because I actually run a podcast too with Thank God, and we just yesterday had somebody on, and it was a phrase that I told them, like, if you don't believe in yourself, then what the fuck make you think somebody else will believe in you? Like, exactly. So I try to tell people to be confident because sometimes people are intimidated in the booth, or when you rapping with somebody on a song and they make it look easier than you think you can make it. Like, I told them, like, you can put me on a song with anybody. I don't give a fuck if people think they're better than me or they're worse than me or whatever the case. I'm comfortable with who I am and what level I'm on. And you got to be confident in yourself, because if you're not confident in yourself, how you expect somebody else to believe in you? It don't work like that.
So can you do me a favor real quick? Do you see where it says more on the front of your screen?
It says more, yeah.
Can you go to that and then see where it says comment?
Yeah.
Can you put in the name of your restaurant and your podcast so I can put it on here?
I got you.
Yeah, we can share this restaurant business up, and that's good. That's how we do it.
Yeah, where I type at, let me see. Do I gotta hit chat or comments?
It don't matter. I don't know, because either way, I'm gonna copy and paste because I can't see. These glasses are just to look pretty.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I still can't see shit ever. I'm probably the blindest person with glasses. So anyways, while you're doing that, we're going to play your song real quick.
All right.
Do you guys sell vegan stuff there at your restaurant?
Yeah, we got vegan burgers.
That's what's up.
Cool.
Because I don't eat that kind of meat.
I feel you. Yeah, and some people don't. These days, you gotta have vegan in your restaurant.
Yeah.
I'll go smash a burger. We do this thing. I'm happy. Extra cheese, please. Pepper jack.
I can't do it. I'm so sorry. I've been almost 2 years without eating that stuff. There's no way I can do it. No way.
Hey,
I would be sick.
That takes great strength to keep it 100.
I don't fuck with no McDonald's. I'll go to a restaurant though and support local businesses though. Like
for sure.
I'd rather do that.
I'm the worst. I'm gonna fuck me some McDonald's up.
See, I'm so full right now, but I made a like a goulash stuff with fresh zucchini and squash and
oh shit! See, I ain't vegan, but I definitely eat some vegan food like that. I ain't gonna lie.
It was all fresh vegetables.
That's what I said. That shit you talk about sound good as hell. And
it was so delicious. I had a shitload of oregano and everything in it, so it was full of spices. And I put a little bit of pesto sauce on top of it.
Oh, that pesto! Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Some vegan cheese.
The song you about to play. This you said you out there in Flint. This with RMC Mike, and I just say this song. Okay. Mike and Rio, when they in the booth, they the only people on these motherfuckers is goofy as hell. Like, they bring out a different side of music. They less serious and more about joking and just talking shit. And like, so that's what this song is with him that I sent you. He a funny motherfucker, I ain't gonna lie.
All right, I'm about to play right now.
Exclusive.
Yeah. Presi. Trife Life, bitch. Niggas know what time it is. up, my nigga Mike?
Hey, what up, my nigga Presi? I can see the shit before it happened. I'm a visionary. Okay, clean freak. I just cut a bitch off cause her kitchen dirty. 172 and 150, you can pick a birdie. Off-white runners on my feet and spikes at the bottom. A 3 or walk with a deuce of trees, they fighting at the bottom. Making sales all day, fuck it, drink a pint after hours. They say Mike got his groove back. Bitch, I'm Austin Powers.
Toes slick, I'm done popping perks, them bitches killing me. He pulled up with a script of RPs like you kidding me. Now I'm off 2 perk 10s and some Hennes texting hoes like I'm trying to fuck around and went to see the oppa block away. I shoot from deep like I'm Steph Curry. Ain't calling like I ain't rushing you, but shit, just hurry. I'm blowed as hell, I don't know if I should pop this next 30. Suck my dick for 2 hours without nothing, her neck hurting.
Then the pussy off the top rope, bitch, I'm mad hard. White hoes sniffing, blow in the bathroom, it's a frat party. Light skinned bitch, a little overweight, she a fat curve. Bars fire, niggas can't stay away, double back earn.
I swear all 2021, I'm applying pressure. Hit a 9 with some baking soda, I'm applying extra. If she tricking in the head good, then I'm buying extra. Fuck a bitch while she bleeding, that's a side of ketchup.
Oh, the pops are motherfucking dark and I ain't even managed. Expensive nigga paid $1,600 for a Givenchy sweater. Dog bought a fucked up scat pack, he need to fix the header. Rain man, when I'm in the club, I can fix the weather. Ghetto boy shit, 20 racks on my wristwatch. Bitch, I'm on the road to success, ain't tryna pitch stop. If I ever get fucked up, I bet I'll bring a brick out. Freaky bitch squirting everywhere, she push the dick out.
Thank God in this bitch, you know that he got stick with him. Prince in this bitch, and he probably got your bitch with him. Mike in this bitch, and you know that he got Flint with him. Skinny, but this 40 knock you down like I'm a big nigga. First nigga in my hood to pull a vet out. Hit the road, and I'm coming back with 50 if I sell out. Let a shooter test some raw and had to leave cause they fell out. Get some head and hit a hole with the eye, I'ma head out.
Nigga caught a body Saturday night, fuck Easter. I know that nigga, he got some drink, he got a Pinky's cup. Cut into a random bitch like, do your pussy stink or what? I think we drunk 4 pints today, I can't blink, I'm stuck.
You ever got some head from a vegan? Shit, me. So I walk up to random hoes, asking if they meet me. Mike scared me to go line for line with him. He a lean. I woke up like I wasn't even high, I'm just a deep sleeper.
Okay.
That goes hard as hell for a funny song.
Hold on, it's gonna do it all already.
Yeah.
Let's shut it off. Hold on.
I forgot we was just talking about vegan and I said something about vegan in there.
No, but listen, I did say that I don't eat that kind of meat, so I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you.
The people love that shit too, man. People love that stuff.
I think it's hilarious. I don't know if it was supposed to be that funny, but I can relate to certain things, not the blow thing, because like I've never done a serious drug in my whole entire life. Not that at all. But I can relate to so much shit in that song, even though that's not the music I listen to at all.
That's why I said them. They just be so fucking goofy and funny in the booth. They the funniest dudes I ever worked with. I ain't gonna lie.
I liked it though, and for a different reason. The beat was hard. You guys flowed nice, and I can understand your words.
Yeah, they're going back and forth.
I like that.
That's one thing new artists really got to work on is clarity.
Yeah.
Both y'all can understand every word in every song, and that's dope as hell.
For sure.
That's coming out of my iPhone too. I ain't got no system.
Mine's right off the laptop. It don't even matter. It's at the end of the day, it's all about how you articulate your words in general.
Yeah.
Do you want to mumble or do you want to speak?
People been on board with that. You're right. Yeah.
I hate the mumble rappers. I ain't gonna lie.
Me too.
I think everybody kind of does. They're admitting it now.
Or they have one hell of a auto tune. Because you know you can't sound good. That's why you got all that auto tune. I'm just saying.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I said when it comes to that harmonizing shit, some people use auto tune. I don't even sound good on auto tune.
I think some people love auto tune. I can't picture Lil Wayne without auto tune. I mean, I absolutely love it. It's a tool for him.
Yeah, I'll say some people can make it work. You know,
can't knock it. It's an instrument.
So Shane, how are you about freestyling? Do you do a little acapella freestyle?
Nah, not really.
No, you never have, or you're just not good at it.
And I'm a writer. I don't do that no more.
Do you do poetry?
Nah, just my lyrics now. But that's what I started off doing was poetry.
Do you ever think about writing for movies or anything?
Yeah, I thought about it. I thought about it for sure.
I think you'd be good at it.
I'm more just into the music though, for real. I really want to get my music on movies, video games and shows and stuff like that.
Listen.
Yeah.
I think that people need to go to Grand Theft Auto 5 for real, and start putting their music on there, because you can go on there and they got that stimulate where you can live like your whole life through that thing.
Yeah, no, I know.
Job, a girlfriend, everything. Why don't people go put their music on there and hold concerts on there?
Yeah, that's
really? I ain't know you could do all that on there.
That's amazing.
You could do everything on there. You can have a whole job that pays you on there for real.
For real?
Yeah, but you gotta play the one that's online.
Yeah, see, I seen people talking about that. I thought they was fucking joking.
No, you can live your whole life through the metaverse, for real, for real.
The metaverse is out of control. People on Call of Duty, there's this guy, Swifter. I don't know if you guys ever seen him, but he plays like war games with human life with all the Call of Duty people. They don't play the game. He just plays games with them where they fight, shoot at each other, and thin them out to like one person. It's crazy. Like we've turned it all into social media. It's kind of fun in some aspects.
Some of the big rappers own what are they called, Transformers or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. D Grizzly, he got them a whole.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg does.
And they really getting the bag on there too. Yeah, so
for real. What they should do is make concerts.
That's a good idea for real.
Give out little CDs outside one of the stores. Like have your dude stand there all day and hand out free CDs, and then put on a concert. And you could charge for those concerts. Charge real money. And you're not singing for real. You're just playing one of your one of your things that's on Spotify.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into that. That sounds dope.
Yeah.
I don't know what logistics you have to go through, but if you do it, you gotta let me know, because I thought of it. I thought of it a while ago when I first saw it. And I'm like, I don't know why people don't do that shit. But you better look into it quick, because some people do watch this show.
Yeah.
Krizz was talking about it on an interview. I know because he signed a dude named Mari Red from Pontiac, and he was in the background. It was one of the first interviews you see them together. But he was talking about that they got like a whole world on Grand Theft Auto. It's like Detroit. People really be on there making money, living like
a whole life.
Yeah.
I know this guy. I don't want to say his name in case he's still married, but I know this guy. He had a whole girlfriend on there, and he was like, "My girlfriend's mad because of my real wife." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" It's a video game. I don't care. I took her on a date. We had sex on the video game.
It's Blade Runner. Holy shit.
I'm not gonna put his name out there in case his wife's still married to him, but I mean, he was for real serious about
I would have to go check GTA out.
It's not the regular one though. It's the online version one. I don't know what it is. My son went and got it. I don't know what one it is, but it's serious though. They have a whole life out there, and you can go into people's you can either be a criminal and do drugs and sell drugs there, or you can be a good person and have a real 9-to-5 and a good life.
That's what's up.
And it's so real.
Yeah, keeping up with the times. They know how to take it to the next level.
Right. I'd rather see a bunch of people vibing online to Grand Theft Auto than actually fighting and, I don't know, killing prostitutes in real life.
Hey, look, that's
everybody deserves love, including sex workers.
I'm just telling you though, Henry, listen, what did we talk about the last time on a couple podcasts ago about that 2 15-year-olds going to Port Huron and killing that 19-year-old, 2 15-year-olds from Detroit? Now they could have been fighting over Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, that's true. But
was that on the news?
It better be.
I don't know. We were on live when it happened, and we talked about it because
was it recently?
Yeah,
it was a week before last. Yep.
I think I seen something about that.
Terrible tragedy in Port Huron.
Yep, because the week before that was something different. Somebody else had a family hostage and shit. But these were 2 15-year-old kids.
With social media, the younger generation, man, they are just, and it was bad for us growing up, my generation too. But it's like each generation getting worse and worse, and social media making it worse because it's like everybody's trying to compete with everybody, and they feel like you can't get left behind, and they willing to do anything to get it. They way worse than I was when I was young.
Oh yeah, we need to enforce, like I said before, better schooling. We need to put this money we make from social media into the damn schools and make schools more exciting, more interesting,
I don't
more
think so.
adaptive.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Schools are just getting you ready for the concentration camp of life. I won't agree with that at all.
We can do better than that.
I don't care. I don't think you should send your kid almost the whole day to a babysitter that don't even care about them and just wants the money from it. I'm not a big
yeah, that's the thing. Then that's the part he's saying the school, but that's the part. The school right now ain't good.
But I think you should have after school activities that they can do at home with their families or instead of the streets. I think that's better. I think we should do better with our children after they go to school.
Well, On Point Community Center closed down in Pontiac.
That's what I'm saying.
Blast, you know,
rec centers, community centers, Big Brother programs. When my son was little, and I'm around the same age as Ray. When my son was little, they told me that I couldn't get him a Big Brother until he was in the system.
That's
and then
crazy.
Once he got in the system, I couldn't get him out of the system.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy. No, I talked to somebody about that before, because me and my dude, we were going to try to open up the rec center in our neighborhood that we grew up in, because we were all in the sports when we were younger, before even music, and we played basketball almost every day. I don't even know how we had the energy to do it every single day. And when they shut the rec centers down, all of the friends I knew from my neighborhood, I can't name not one of them that did not turn to either robbing people or selling drugs. It was like that didn't happen until the rec center shut down. So the city of Detroit, or Pontiac, or whatever city it is, they should realize that those things have a big influence on the younger generation's life.
I don't think they care, though. I think that's the intent.
Yeah, they don't, and it's crazy.
I think that's the intent. That's how come they open up more liquor stores and close down churches and schools. I think that's their intent, though. This world's not meant to go good. People have sucked so much life out of it that the intent now is no longer what it was at the beginning.
For sure, I can agree to that, because yeah, like you say, it's obvious that those things have influence on the younger generation. So why aren't you giving it to them? Why are you taking it away instead? And it's got to be just to set people up for failure.
For sure.
The government, Detroit, these cities are trying to take it back with these communities. I see gardens springing up and all these musicians fighting for good cause and talking about mental health and all of that. And it's all for the betterment. If they got to clean up ourselves in these areas. And
yeah, that's what it is. We got to start doing it ourselves. And that's why I say we was looking into opening up the rec center.
And you know what I noticed, though? Anytime you start doing something good for yourself, either growing crops or standing up for what's wrong and just start taking care of your family and stuff, they're going to come in and try to shut it down.
Yeah, they try to give you roadblocks. They definitely want to make it difficult.
Because they don't want us to come together and unite. And love is the answer, and love is always going to be the key. And that's what we all have to do, is show love and unity. And they're going to try to stop us regardless, but it's either got to be, you got to become the difference to be the difference, or shut the fuck up.
True.
Basically, that's just it, cut and dry. Because if you're going to fall in line with these cookie cutter people, then just do that.
Right.
But I want to talk about whistleblowers and whatnot, too, because anytime someone tries to speak out, anytime someone catches on and they find out what the government's really doing and they try to speak out, all of a sudden they disappear.
Sometimes.
Or they get threatened, or their lives are ruined. So in this dirty, dark, ugly ages in life, doing the right thing is not going to be that it's going to protect you and your family, honestly. Doing the right thing comes with a cost. I've noticed.
For sure.
Yeah,
but
right.
Go ahead. What'd you say?
I was just going to say it's always been a sacrifice, because there's a market in suffering. They want to do medication and all this other stuff. They want you to need them, and they make money off that. People in prison, they make money off that. They make money off everything. So, it's all a bit.
Yeah, I tried to. Somebody was talking about basically the drug trade before, and I'm like, it don't matter who stopped selling drugs, and there's no way that the government will let the Dre drug die because of how much they make off of it. Like, yeah, the government, the same shit that you get in trouble for, they making money off of. You getting in trouble for it, and they getting rich off of it.
So I looked at I was watching the thing about Edward Snowden. I don't know if either of you guys know about him.
Yeah, I know a little bit about it.
I did. I wasn't hit to it. I don't watch
There you
TV or nothing, so I wasn't really hit to it, and I don't watch the news or nothing, so I'm not like caught up on certain things. But nonetheless, he was 20 years old in programs and already hacking shit and breaking security breaches and walls and whatnot. At 29 years old, he's already was working for the CIA and the FBI and stuff, and they set him up because he saw what was going on, and he saw that how Facebook itself was being able to be hacked and used, and you could trail everybody in every single situation. Like what you will find out something on someone.
They really didn't want you. They didn't really want you to say that.
Hey, that's crazy. It blurred out when she started talking about that.
Watch this. Snowden was suspected of corporate espionage and saying that the government was spying on the people, basically, and uncovered that. And am I breaking up yet? No. We relegate whistleblowers as heroes in society, but the government punishes them regardless because they.
This is saying poor connection. Your internet connection is lost.
That's what on and off.
I'm still here. Yep, we're good.
And that's exactly what they do, though, because they don't want people to talk about stuff at all.
I got a question.
And they're always.
I know a little bit about Snowden. But I didn't check into it. After the the stories and all that came out. Did they ever catch him?
I don't know. I didn't finish watching the movie.
He's still out there talking about things right now.
That's what I thought.
I did see him on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he was talking about making his own podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Let's find out exactly what he was charged with. Like a hacker.
Yeah, they was trying to get him with all shit. He was bouncing around the world trying to find asylum in different countries because they was on his ass.
And he was only at 36, I think, when he did all that. He was young.
Very young
Yeah,
guy.
he's definitely still young.
He still is. Yeah, he's only 40. But yeah, it don't pay to be smart and have a good conscience. It don't pay.
No.
Yeah, it don't. I wonder if that's part of the reason why the government, some motherfuckers is corrupt, is because they go in not knowing that they need to be, Because, they're going to get ate up and spit out, going in that motherfucker trying to do the right thing. Like you say, they doing the right thing don't always work out. Some motherfuckers in the government may have went in thinking that was their plan.
Right. Well, it's always under the guise to protect the American people. That's how it goes.
And that's what it is, though. That's their intent, at least starting. That's what it was. His was starting for real, doing the right thing, being a good kid, smart. He wanted to start off and he wanted to protect people. And when they were like, the one guy, what I watched when they were going to set up this guy, this foreign person that he went, the banking person, when he went to, they took him out and paid for him at a stripper club and all this other stuff and got him drunk. They called the cops and said that he was drinking and driving and that he crashed his car and stuff. And he was walking and he was drunk, but he was walking. And he said, I don't care. He goes, I'm going to turn you in. And he goes, you turn me in, you're going to go to prison way longer than him.
So I'm ashamed that I don't know this because they probably don't make a lot of information privy. But it says in October 2020, he was granted a permanent residency in Russia. And Snowden was granted, he's living in Russia. So
he's still there. I knew he was in Russia because they gave him asylum, but I wasn't sure if anything happened after that. That was the last thing I heard about him being in Russia.
Right. We're allowed to not know everything, but it's good that we have Google, right?
Hey, I gotta tell my grandson this all the time, though. Don't believe everything you read on Google, neither.
True.
My grandson thinks if it was on a reel, then it's real.
Oh,
Try to explain to him that shit ain't real.
And you know what I find funny is that you know, a lot of it is a lot of smart kids these days, but it's a lot of them that are behind what they should be. And I'm like, man, when we were younger, we had to fucking read books to find out shit. We had to research shit. I'm like, you motherfuckers got the internet where you could just find something with the tip of your fingers on your phone and you just don't know nothing.
That's so true. Well, my grandson's been here before, though. He'll tell you. So, he said he died in his fit when he was about 50 years old. So
that what he said.
Yeah, so he remembers a lot about his past life. I don't care. So I'm not gonna tell him he's wrong.
What was that on point? You had a point. Yeah, you were saying something.
I don't even know what I was saying. No, that's no big deal. My bad.
He's probably about to say something about the kids not using the
yeah.
tools they got.
like he said, we had to do. I mean, you got rulers, calculate everything at the. Y'all don't got the sense to use it.
Yeah.
Analog clocks. A lot of them don't even know what an analog clock is.
Man.
Yeah.
I have an Adderall clock hanging on my wall. It's one of my prized possessions. It's a doctor's office prescription one. Friggin' amazing, man.
Adderall.
You would think having easier access to information would make them learn more, but it seemed like having easier access to information just made people more lazy.
It made Gotham crazy too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Y'all ever seen a movie called WALL-E? It's a Disney movie.
I went. That was that's a great film.
I ain't see it.
It's like it's like a robot and he discovers that all the people they hooked up to like this machine, these little machines that float. They got TVs. It feeds them. They get all fat and stuff. But it's like that's how people get now. You don't have to do nothing. You can do everything on your phone. You can get food to you. You can get medicine to you. You get weed to you.
That's right. You get weed too. Another good movie is Idiocracy. It's even more horrifying, though. Like, I suggest that to anybody.
So, Henry, you said you know about a couple more whistleblowers.
Yeah, I was writing some stuff. I do like whistleblowers. I really like G. Gordon Liddy, I grew up with, who was involved in the Watergate scandal, the White House plumbers, which has been getting some attention. I always really liked him. That's some good stuff to study up. I really like Daniel Ellsberg, who, and that's the Vietnam War, the Pentagon Papers. I could sit here and stumble my way through all the information, but those are really good. G. Gordon Liddy's a good one to look up. He ended up moving on from being a whistleblower, doing time in prison, talking about how crazy it was in prison, and then running a very successful podcast before he passed away, where he tackled views on both the left and right viewpoints with ruthless efficiency, I should say.
He said ruthless efficiency. You know, it is crazy that in the world we live in today, that it is still where if you speak out against the government, that they gonna get you like that. Like it seems like that's so barbaric and like from the old times where you can't say nothing bad about the king or he can kill you. It's still the same fucking shit.
Yeah, and we ain't talking about gravity, damn it. Yeah, we withheld information.
So my son has a drone, and he wants to buy this other drone. Now, if he buys this other drone that goes 5 miles up and 5 miles out, he has to have a pilot license.
What the fuck?
I didn't know that for drones.
So explain to me why you have to have a pilot license to fly a drone. I get it, helicopters and airplanes. Okay, I get that shit, whatever. Mm-hmm. Do you think it might be something else?
That's great.
I would say, yeah, maybe. I would say if it is, probably they want to be able to register the people that are doing it so they know who's doing it, to have a level of control over it.
You are in national airspace, technically, I believe, with that. So that would have to cover that jurisdiction because planes and other aircraft are going by. So
I feel that. But maybe because I am conspiracy theorist, or maybe because I am aware of the bullshit they lie about. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you, but I think it's because, my opinion only. I don't care if you shoot me, get mad at me, whatever. It's just my opinion. I'm not stating facts. because you're going to be able to see that they've been lying about so much shit.
Well, that's what I said. And so
because
if
you're going
they
to
if
get
they make you have, yeah, and if they make you have a pilot license to have it, and now they know who you are, so they know who to look into.
That's what I think. That's just my theory. I don't know. I'm just.
Yeah, I didn't know nothing about that. I know a couple people that got drones. Maybe they don't have the ones that go as up high and as far, because I didn't know you needed a pilot license for that.
And my son said for the one that he does have, which is only a mile up and a mile down or out, you're supposed to have a sticker. He got a sticker. He had to get a sticker saying that he has a drone. But if you haven't, if you go and get the other one that goes further out, you have to get a pilot license.
I didn't know that.
Them drones got cameras on them?
They do.
I'm sure that's part of it too.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly why.
Some people use them for shooting music videos. I wouldn't mind a little drone for shit like that for content.
Yeah, I'm saying one of my cameramen got one. I don't think his goes that high and that far. He might have the 1 mile out, 1 mile one. So I don't think he never told me you need a license for it. I don't think his goes that far. But yeah, he shoots videos with it. It's pretty cool for real. But to have a license for it, that's wild.
Yeah, Dap Peoples, that's our boy. He's got a drone too that he shoots music videos with and stuff like that. I know a lot of people that do it. But yeah, I didn't know you had to have a license for a pilot
license.
You
have to have a license to fish. Did you know that? Isn't that crazy?
Oh yeah, no, I knew that. That's
no, I was joking, but yeah.
But I didn't know for real. At the end of the day, that you had to just to fly this little thing. But I get it. Why. You could be actually smuggling stuff, or I
mean, I have seen that motherfuckers in prison dropping shit over the gate.
Yeah, sure.
You could be, I guess, a tourist or something, doing something illegal, I guess. But at the end of the day, like, if you're gonna do it, I don't know if you really just for real go out and buy a drone. I think you would try to make your own thing.
Yeah, if you was gonna be doing some illegal shit.
Yeah. You're not gonna go buy something that's gonna be traced back to you.
For sure.
You gotta be absolutely like high to think that the government isn't looking at every little thing we do, even with them cameras on the highway. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cover anyone up.
No, they are. They're looking at everything. Listen, they're even reading your minds. Because why was I talking to somebody about something not even on Facebook, the internet, not even on a phone? It was in my house. And I go back on there and I see like plant-based burgers and stuff on Facebook. And I was talking about that shit.
Hey, that shit happens all the time, for real.
Because they're listening all the time.
I do believe that, because I didn't seen that shit happen.
Oh, I got this theory that they're gonna just like randomly dump everybody's information off of their phones and everything. Everything's gonna get shared one day, and I'm prepared for it, even though I'm weird. But I don't think anybody be prepared for that. Facebook did that thing where it started automatically friend requesting people you were looking at for like a couple days, and I guess that caused some controversy. Remember that?
They had that? They was doing that?
Mm-hmm.
So I ain't even know about that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Stalker, look at that. You get flagged.
That's funny.
Man, they messy as hell.
Didn't know that neither.
He said they messy as hell for that.
There's some bastards.
I don't know. I think Jason Aldean and Bud Light's about to bring down the freaking world, so I don't know what to think anymore. So everything's crazy.
Man, my wife had sent me the song and said, they trying to shut Jason Aldean down for the song. And I listened to the song. I'm like, man, what's so wrong with this song? And then I watch sports shows all the time, and I was listening to Stephen A. and he was talking about it, and it was basically the video was what made it where people were going against it because of where he shot it and the shit that was going on. So
I'm not hip. Tell me, I'm not hip.
He has a song, and I guess it's more controversial to it, but I guess where he shot it at, I didn't see the big deal about it until they were talking about where the video was, and it was where a historic site about where they maybe hung slaves. It was something to do with like slavery and shit like that, and it made it controversial. I actually didn't go and watch the video yet. That was just last night when I, heard about that. So I'm gonna go check it out. But yeah, the video is supposed to be real controversial about slavery shit and shit like that. The song is basically he's saying like you know, rob people or spit on police and all that. That might work in the city, but don't do it in a small town. He's basically saying like small towns are different than cities and like shit go on
Vigilante
different
justice.
here. And so I guess I could see where it tied into some racism with the video, but I got to check it out before I can like give more information because I didn't watch it myself, so I don't want to give false information.
So what's your podcast about?
Mine, I mean, our podcast is called Trife Talk Podcast. I actually just now yesterday was the first time I co-hosted it. He wanted to co-host, so I told him I'll do it with him. One of the first people he interviewed was me, and it was basically he wanted to talk about the story of my life, basically how I went from where I was to where I am, and I was selling drugs all over the United States and facing life in prison. They said I was a leader of an organized crime syndicate and shit like that. So it's basically just my life. But now we're moving in a direction. We interview people and basically just get their life story and different views. Like I got I'm actually in a poly relationship. So I have 2 wives.
I ain't mad at you. I want to be in one so bad. I ain't mad at you at all.
So I actually plan on interviewing them one day, get their views on relationships. And it's just to get bring different people in, get different people's stories, about who they are, and then get their views on some things like that. Like we just had a music producer in there yesterday, was had some questions about that. And my thank God he likes to hit you with the random shit though, so we both got different takes on shit. I'm asking different kind of questions to him. He's like, all right, let's get to the good questions. What'd he say? So where you think we come from? But he don't want no generic ass answer. He don't want you to just say, oh, God created us or no shit like that. He wants you to get, some real life motherfucking views and shit. So it's really no specific thing that we talk about on the podcast. We just started up. Like I said, yesterday was my first time co-hosting, so we're gonna take it in a lot of different directions.
You guys are night and day from each other on so many aspects. It's so funny. When I first saw you guys, I didn't know who was who, and then all of a sudden this white boy with a bunch of tattoos and like gold teeth. That's what I pictured him as when he came out, and I'm like, holy shit.
It's crazy.
Hilarious.
It's crazy that you don't know us that well, but say that because we are very different. That's why I say to bring us together for the podcast might work out good because we just got different views. They like he has different things he gonna ask you than what I'm gonna ask you, and it is like night and day.
And no, but you're like in a suit. You look like you came from a wedding, and you're like this tall, skinny. Like I'm trying to be somebody like.
Yeah, for sure.
That because I've been somebody different and I'm trying to be different now. And then he's this little like what was that white boy that thought he was black? Boy next door or something like that. That's what he reminded me of. I'm not saying he's nerdy or nothing, but like you got him totally opposite than you, and I was like, that's hilarious.
We are very different. Our music's very different and everything,
The whole vibe was different. When I even spoke to both of y'all, I just got a whole. He's at the party doing keg stands. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And that's some kind of how his music is. He turned up, fast, a little loud, more energy. I'm more laid back, cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That has worked. That has worked since Pinky and the Brain. It will always work.
And that's exactly what it was like, almost for real. When I met them both, they were totally just like Mutt and Jeff of each other. It was hilarious.
That's crazy.
Because Ray, you're about what, 6 something?
Yeah, 6'2", 6'3".
He's what, 5'6", 5'7"?
He's somewhere around. So yeah, it is just different, for sure. And like I say, it's crazy that you noticed that just from the small interactions that you had.
Yeah, well, that night I talked to both y'all vaguely, and then I got I ended up getting both your guys' phone. I got his phone number first, and then he told me who you were on Facebook, and then I stalked you out and got yours. Oh, but like really, like he's more, hi, how are you doing? And you're more laid back and conservative, and like I'll let you come to me kind of person.
And it's crazy. You are very observant.
No, I speak to the universe. I speak to the universe. That's all it is.
That's kind of what it is. And yeah, because he is our like media guy, so he is the more approachable and outreach guy, like that. And I'm more the guy in the background, And I'm very cool once you get to know me and talk to me. But some people probably feel like they can't get to know me or talk to me, because I'm not really.
It took me like 10 messages before I got a really good response from you. I think you kind of low key ignored me for the longest time, and then I was like, "Hello," and then you reached out. But hey, Shayne did the same thing to me, and that's because he's always so busy.
Yeah, that's what it is,
And I'm sure he's got groupies, Shayne. You got groupies, don't you?
A messenger.
He got to.
That's why his phone keeps going off right now. Everybody's calling him.
Caine is the marketing mogul. That's good.
And you born and raised in Pontiac, Shayne?
Yeah, born and raised. Yep.
Okay.
So are you how old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm 34.
Okay, yeah, I took you as younger.
Yeah. That's a big 34 though.
No, I ain't mad at you. You have an old soul, and you've been places that I have never been. So like, I'm not mad at you about being 34.
I'm just messing with you. Yeah, I'm 34.
I ain't mad at you. My son's 31. I'm not mad at you.
My dad was from Detroit. He's from the West Side, so we spent a lot of time out in the city too.
Oh, okay. How old are you?
How old am I?
Oh.
Yeah.
I am 48, about to be 49.
Oh, okay.
I don't believe it.
I didn't think she was that old either. She looked a little younger.
Yep.
No, it's that inner peace.
How old do you think I am?
You're around my age. You're like 44, 45.
See, and I thought I heard you say earlier that me and you were around the same age. So I asked how old you were. No, I'm Shayne's age.
Oh, see, you're older because you went to prison, though. That's how I probably feel that way.
You carry yourself older.
Because
I will be. Yeah, I got older brothers, and people just even when I was a teenager, I've been going to clubs and buying liquor since I was 16. People just always said I gave an older vibe. Like
yeah, no, you hold yourself differently. Like I told you, you look like you came from a bachelorette party. If I knew it was your sister's birthday party because I went up and talked to her and stuff like that, and I had the cameraman, But yeah. I was just saying, like, I really thought you were older because, like, how you handled yourself and talked and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's why I say that's what people say. A lot of people do think I'm old. They think I'm the oldest out of all my brothers, and I'm definitely not. They just for some reason think I am.
I was giving you about 44 for real, 45. My bad.
Oh, it's cool. I don't mind it.
You have an old man personality and an old man soul.
That's cool.
I wouldn't have gave you that. You just threw me off. I wouldn't have gave you that at all. Because I swear I thought we were around the same age.
I wouldn't have thought that on point was 34.
Yeah,
I only did because like I stalked him for a little bit before I reached out to him. So I knew he was kind of younger.
I'm 35. I done had the crisis, I think, or I'm in it. I don't know.
Aren't you a Capricorn on point?
No, Pisces.
Oh, Pisces. Okay.
Yep.
There was something about him that I thought of when I reached out to him. I don't remember what it was. It was just a spiritual connection. That's all it was. Because I heard one song and I was like, oh, he's one of those. And it's not a bad thing because I'm one of those. So I wasn't meaning it as like, oh, he's one of those.
y'all both out in Flint?
No, I'm the only one in Flint.
Or where Henry at?
I'm out in the middle of, I'm in a small town. I keep bringing that up. I don't know why I've been berated with it on Facebook. I'm in Yale, Michigan, outside of Port Huron. I was born and raised in Port Huron, and I've been doing everything I can to rip that stake out of the ground and get the hell out of here.
Oh, okay. Oh, is that how you two met when you lived out in Port Huron?
Oh,
no?
No. My family is my family's younger and they know Henry. They went to school with Henry and stuff. That's not how I knew Henry. I met Henry because I was looking for a co-host to be on the podcast. This is before Henry became my co-host. And this girl from that I knew forever, Sia or Sche or whatever. I knew her from Facebook because I know her sister and her family like that. And she was like, she runs this thing called the Safe Spot, and she was like, I got a perfect person for you. And then I met Henry. Henry's been along with me since I started the podcast. I probably did 2 shows without Henry in it. And I've been doing this for a year in July. It's been a year now. So
it's pretty dope. I love it.
Yeah,
I love music.
Henry just became my my co-host just recently, but Henry was always just like a guest speaker constantly, and I adopted Henry, so now Henry's like my son to me. That's my family right there. So like I love Henry.
Yeah, I'm at we haven't done any live shows yet. We trying to step it up and hop on some shit like y'all doing a live show. We don't do like this smooth. It's a smooth little setup. I haven't done one like this before. We got the setup in like the room with the microphones and cameras and lighting and all that. That's how we got ours set up. But this smooth right here, so you can.
A lot of people like that in person thing. So I don't know if you want to switch it up or not. But a lot of people like that one-on-one.
No,
they don't want to have an interview with me because I'm not giving them that.
Yeah, we're gonna continue to do that for sure because we've already invested in equipment and all that. Yeah. But this isn't a bad idea for people that that you can't, that are far and you can't bring in and shit like that. It's pretty smooth.
I'm running 2 different things. I'm running StreamYard and Spreaker. So we're on over 30 different platforms right now.
Okay, that's what's up.
So we're live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, and then it gets pushed to Tumblr, and then Rumble, and then Spreaker takes me to every audio platform whatsoever. So I'm running just the audio version of it, and then on the visual version of it with audio.
That's what's up. See, that guy, he the one who handle all that. I'm kind of the he's the more technical guy. I'm the more investor guy. And that's why we work good together. All the shit that I don't do, he do, and all the shit he don't do, I do.
Same thing with Henry and I. Henry actually is. I am not going to hold nobody up. I just want to let you know, I really don't. I'm a people person, but I don't really like people like that. And so I'm not really going to go out of my way to find out shit about you. Like, I don't care, to be honest with you. If you don't want to help me, tell me something about you, I'm not going to go research. That's what Henry's for. Henry is my research person.
I'm the research guy, and I'm Shane. What were you saying just there? It's been, I didn't hear what you said there. I seen you were saying something.
Oh no, I was just nodding my head.
Oh, okay. I try to, when I look around, I get confused on the podcast, and then the lag screws me up, and I'm already confused, and I'm like, oh, who's talking? Who's there? I like trying to give everybody a chance. I don't know. Maybe I spent most of my life getting talked over and shit. It's like,
I mean, when you do a
everybody's got valid points they're putting out.
Yeah, when you're doing a podcast with a lot of people, especially in person too, you got to be able to control the room because a lot of you talking at the same time. You got to give everybody a chance.
I don't think anyone takes it personal a lot of the time.
No, my last co-host was Jabril, the builder. He's got music out there too, and he's the one who did our theme song. That's him on the intro. And I
gotta check that out. I ain't hear it.
He was my co-host for a minute, and he kept the order in the room and whatnot, and kept things running. Now I got Henry. Henry does the research and asks the questions that I'm not asking because I want to be organic, and I'm all about being organic. I live in the moment, and I want to be as surprised as the next person about anything else that someone's going to say. I'm all about no structure, free flowing. I'm just a feather in the wind, and I don't want to have no time, no nothing.
For sure.
I think we do real well when we have guests on and we can figure out what we're doing, like what the guests are all about, and then all converge on a topic or a couple of different topics. I think that's pretty standard. And it's a good way to run things, right?
So, Shane, what do you want the world to know before we end it?
What do I want the world to know? That I'm a bad motherfucker. No.
You are a bad motherfucker. I ain't lying.
When you feel like you hit rock bottom, that's when you know you just got to push harder. because I done been at some places in my life where I ain't think I was. I'm sure everybody's been there. Like, how am I ever gonna come back from this? How am I gonna go on with this? I've been there, and you got to push through, and things get better.
Real good advice.
So true.
I think everybody's living on the edge.
Times are tough.
No matter your lifestyle, everybody's living on some type of edge, man. So just got to push through.
So, Presi, what do you want the world to know?
It's kind of feed off Shane's, that everybody that been to places you got to fight through it. Like a personal experience and about me, like I said, came home from prison with nothing, life over my head, changed my life around, started working at a job, making $10 an hour. The advice I give to people is whatever you do, make sure you give it your all, because you never know what the outcome could be. Even if you might think it's nothing at the time. I went from working in a restaurant 2 days a week, making $10 an hour, to opening my own restaurant just because of how hard I worked when I was doing it. And, with music, no matter what it is, if you're going to do it, you might as well do your best.
Absolutely.
So, Henry, what do you want the world to know?
Oh, boy. Yeah, it's really hard out there. It seems like everybody's pitted against each other right now, and social media takes out all that communication aspect of body language and actually being in a room and talking things over. So give people a chance, maybe hear them out, see if they're valid. And maybe I've been freaking out I said I was in Oppenheimer mode, and now I'm switching back to Barbie girl to recalibrate. And damn it, I mean that. I just think about what we say and give each other a chance, and know it's hard out there. Support each other, support musicians.
So I want everybody to know that everybody's worried about the wrong thing. Stop taking life so serious and start loving yourself more, and realize you create your reality. However you want to perceive it, it's how it's going to be. If you want to think it's going to be shitty, then it's going to be shitty. But if you want to think it's great, then it's going to be great, because you are in control of one person and one person only, and that is yourself. Everything else is out of your control. So I just want people to start loving themselves more and striving to do better for themselves, because I think that's what's important. I think that we water ourselves down so much for others that we forget about ourselves, and start feeding into us, because that's who we need to grow with. And at the end of the day, when you're alone and you look inside the mirror, you don't see nobody else behind you but you. So that's all that really should matter. If you respect yourself and treat yourself good, then good things going to come out of you.
For sure.
So I appreciate everybody coming on. Seriously, I do. And if you ever want to have Henry and I come on your podcast, we will.
For sure. I definitely invite you. I'm gonna have to talk to you about how you set this type of shit up so we can do it. Like I said, I'm gonna definitely link you up with Dan guys so he can figure it out. We'll definitely have y'all on for sure.
Right, and if you do, use my code, because then I get a month free, and then you'll get a month free. So just let me know.
See, that works. That works for sure. We'll definitely tap in.
And then also, if you ever want to sponge off me and get some of my guests, I will hit them your way, because I'm a networking person. So when I introduce somebody, I don't say like, "Hi, this is so-and-so." I say, "Hi, this is so-and-so, and this is what they do."
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm a pimp, and I'll sell everybody.
That's a good way to be,
follow everybody, so you get a follower out of me for sure.
I'm definitely about to be tapped in on you, bro.
All right, but before both you go, I have one question. I want to have one question for both of you guys before you leave. How do you guys feel about collabing with people?
About what?
Collabing.
Oh, I'm a collab king. I work with everybody. Not everybody, but I got a lot. So I like to collab.
Me personally, it's another thing we say, thank God, to me, totally different. His view is all the work that he put in so far. He feel like if you ain't serious and putting in the work that he put in, then he shouldn't do a song with you, because you haven't done what he did to get where he is. I'm different. I'm like Shane on this. Like, if you look, I do songs with anybody. Hell, I might even pay for the studio time and the video, if you think you want to do it. Like, and that's part of what I came out and started my label and was holding open sessions to just anybody. I work with anybody, so I love doing collabs for sure.
Yeah.
So we have, and Henry does music. So Henry opens up every one of my events, and he wasn't at the one that you were at though, Ray, because Henry couldn't make it to that one. But Henry opens up all my events. Henry plays the drums, guitar, and he sings. Henry has his own music thing called Henry show.
Yeah, we're working on that. This is my name in the show, Henry Schul Show.
Henry Schul. But Henry is a very talented individual, so Henry's all about collabing too. So if anybody wants to utilize that, get a hold of Henry.
Definitely.
And Shayne, you was the one that we talked on the little comments on Facebook, right? That was your music, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I was just making sure.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No,
that wasn't him.
No, it wasn't. Nope, that was 80. That was 80. That was L80.
I was wrong. I'm like, I don't know, because I was just going back and forth with somebody with some music. I wasn't.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, in that case, then
I'm gonna tap.
You got my Facebook. Go ahead, send me Henry and Shayne social media. Something. I definitely tap in with both of them for sure.
So likewise, and I'm gonna check that restaurant stuff out too.
Okay, so we have the my older co-host has the Love Trade this weekend. It got transferred to this weekend because of the rain out from the following weekend. It's this Saturday from 2 to 7. I don't know the address by heart. It's on President's. I don't know the address by heart. But anyhow,
Prentice.
It's on Prentice Street. So just check out my wall or something, or I'll post it again on our page. It's the Love Trade, the one with the Scooby-Doo van, the hippie van on there.
Okay, yeah.
That's this weekend. A lot of good artists are coming to perform. We're going to have Everyone Eats in August, and I talked to you about that, or I talked to Thank God Ray. I'm not for sure.
That's probably Thank God then.
I should talk to you. I did probably talk to him, but he's not really good on responding. Just once in a blue moon.
Yeah. Thank God. I would say with some shit, you probably better off reaching out to me first.
But we have Everyone Eats, and I do believe it's going to be at the Detroit Rec Center. It's going to be on the 19th, I think. I'm going to find out more tomorrow for sure. The guy that I'm doing it with, he's getting all the okay for everything. They got a basketball tournament going off that that weekend, and we're going to supply food, face painting for the children, clothes. Eddie Bauer donated a bunch of clothes, free haircuts, showers if needed. So personal hygiene supplies, everything, all for free. All you got to do is like and subscribe to the link tree and everybody that's helping put it on. So it's all about love. Show love. We'll show love for free and come out and enjoy yourself.
Definitely. Just you can send me any info about stuff like that, and if I'm available, I definitely show up to show love for stuff like that.
Yeah. It's all about giving back to the community, because I think everybody should give back, and not everybody has those luxuries of taking a shower or eating.
For sure.
And it's weird that should be a privilege. Like, that's odd to me that is a privilege to take a shower and eat, but it is.
Right.
That's one of the things that people that don't look at it as a privilege, we take it for granted.
For sure. So I appreciate you guys coming on, and thank you everybody that tuned in. And if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have a reason to be here. So much love and respect, and keep doing the work and the love and spreading love. And love is the answer for real.
That's right, Kimberly.
Ashe, everyone. Ashe.
I appreciate y'all for having me. Talk to y'all soon.
Have a good time.
Yes.